Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell and join the family. Now guys, in this video, we're going to talk about critics believing that it is Kim Kardashian and her mom, Krisjenner, who is consistently attacking Ye by sending these people to file numerous lawsuits against him. Let's get into it, guys. Now, by the way, have you guys been observing how and when Ye gets sued? If not, I'm going to tell you right off the bat. Whenever it is reported that Ye makes some good money after a project, like after Vultures 1, he gets sued. If he sells a home, he gets sued. If there's reports that he received a large settlement, he gets sued. So just wanted to put that out there for you guys. And you guys can do your checks after this, because immediately after you're sold at Malibu Mansion and after his listening parties in Tokyo, Japan and China, you guys realize that he was hit with one lawsuit from a former Yeezy employee, and then Lauren Pisciotta amended her lawsuit. No, I don't know why is it that you guys are not able to connect the dots of who is consistently going after you. I'm actually surprised that majority of the people are not able to connect the dots. No. I know you guys would like to believe that it is Kim and it is Krisjenner, but you guys have to think, where this all started. And you guys have to think about what group of people, doesn't let go anything at all, doesn't forgive anything. And the mere fact that he said what he said, and there and then, many people believe that he was wrong for saying it. But now, if you guys observe, a lot of people are having change of heart. Many people are saying, we can see what he's saying, especially now, people are saying, no, we see what he's saying. No, we understand what he's saying. So if you guys cannot connect the dot, and if you guys are not realizing that, the moment that Ari Emanuel sent that letter to those media outlets demanding that they cut ties from Kanye West, if you guys do not realize that Ye has been hit with a lawsuit literally every month, at least one. So we even spoke about this before. I've advised you guys that the intention is to making, and you know what? Ye even told us that this was going to happen. You think Ye has no idea what is going on? You believe that this man is just walking around clueless? Absolutely not. He knows it. But what he also knows is that whenever he says stuff, people says he's crazy, but then later on find out that he's not crazy. He has been telling us the truth all along. I'm going to see if I can find that post again where he told us exactly what they're going to do to him. He told us that they're going to consistently group of people to attack him to the point where he goes broke and homeless. But why is that not happening to Ye? No. If you guys haven't seen Sloan Bella's video on Ye, you guys need to check it out. Do you guys remember how I've always said it's given the sense that Ye is a messiah or something? And I just didn't say that because of arrogance or anything. I said that because of keen observation. Under normal circumstance, any individual who is being attacked in the same manner that Ye has been attacked, we know that they would not be holding up the same way. I haven't seen anyone with this much strength. So irrespective of the numerous allegations and attacks, and you know what they always do? And I've said this to you guys before as well. They always make the lawsuits so clownish that you can literally see that it's a lie. They don't care if it's a lie. The point is, they're funding these people, in my belief, and to back up with what Sloan said, Sloan told us that there's a team of people that will consistently attack him, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work to their leisure. It's definitely not going to work. Sloan told us that Ye was sent here by God as a piper of some sort. And I can't believe that people cannot see it. We've always said on my channel, Ye's name comes with karma. Can't believe no one remembers that. If you guys notice, every time someone attacks him, whether they file a lawsuit against him or something, it may seem as though, oh my God, poor Ye, these people. But he always comes up on top of that. Every time they do something to take him down, he always comes out on top. And what he does each time they attack him, he really exposes to people that the industry is no good. And he does so without doing so. These lawsuits, as unpleasant as they are, because if you guys remember, before the Lauren Pisciotta lawsuit, people were picking up on the fact that these lawsuits are not just people wanting to be compensated. People picked up on the fact that every time Ye has a huge project where he earns huge money, he gets sued. So, Instagram was speaking up on that. But then Lauren Pisciotta lawsuit came in because when these people assemble the enemies against Ye, they pay attention to how people react to these comments. They pay attention to what people have to say. So, as such, when they realized that the internet was catching up on these lawsuits are not factual, that teacher lady did not make sense, that former staff that sued him that said, you know what, he said to me, the flower garden was beautiful, but that's not what I want. People started asking, how do you sue someone for giving something that they told you they didn't want? Then when that guy that he gave a place to stay, sue him, and that guy claimed that he wanted a bomb shelter, everyone asks, if someone hired you to make a bomb shelter, why would you take a job knowing very well you cannot make a bomb shelter? So the internet was looking into the clownery of the lawsuits, and then they switched it like that and said, okay, the people are catching up too much. The people are paying way too much attention. Let us change the game. But with this Lauren Pisciotta lawsuit, the media also supports it, because if you guys look into, and I'm not talking about TMZ, TMZ is the only media outlet with respect that actually reported the correct thing, the correct nature of the lawsuit. Now, TMZ told us that in the lawsuit, she claimed that the incident took place at a recording studio. The Daily Mail said it happened at a high-profile dinner party, because the Daily Mail is also, you guys know, right? So, if you guys are not paying attention to what is going on, and there's clownery in Lauren Pisciotta's lawsuit as well, but you are not getting the clownery unless you go through the details of the lawsuit. One example of the clownery is this. This is not even one example. This is a myriad of, examples. So, from a logical mind, you were invited to a studio. Someone told you to drink or leave. Someone handed you a cup with something to drink, but that person was not Ye. Then years later, your friend came out and said, Ye spiked your drink. But then, in your friend saying that Ye spiked your drink, at no point in time did anyone say Ye handed the cup to the female. The cup was handed to the female by someone else, right? Now, let's say Ye had spiked the drink and then asked Diddy to hand that drink to the female. Let's say it happened that way, right? Because he wanted to cover his tracks. I don't know what's there to cover in that sense, but let's say, right? Or let's say it doesn't matter. Then you got assaulted, and I'm talking about sexual assault. You got assaulted, your friend had to rescue you, took you home, your memory was wiped according to you, but you knew something went down. Now, years later, you're at an event. You come across your, predator. Now that you've come across your predator at a gathering, you felt comfortable enough to have a conversation with your predator. to the point wherein you're now telling your predator that, hey, I'm a sex worker. I work on OnlyFans. I work like $210,000 monthly. Who feels that comfortable to tell their predator that, hey, I'm now a sex worker. Hey, look at me, earning $210K monthly. That's nonsense. But let's say she's forgiven, she's very kind, and she loves to forgive. She has found God. But then your predator says to you, no, leave that. God has a better plan for you. Leave that. That's not of God, yada, yada, yada. Come work for me. You were comfortable enough to take a job offer from your predator, and not just take a job offer from your predator. You were driving your predator's expensive car all around town, occasionally flashing one of his, rapper's chain occasionally. Who is that comfortable with their predator? Okay, let's say you're that forgiving. She then claims that she was being harassed. She was being sent salacious messages. You would video call her and masturbate. Anyone who is a true victim would not put themselves back in the same complex situation with someone that had assaulted them. No one would leave themselves exposed to the predation of their predator unless it is a case that, something unpleasant happened to you many years ago and you've moved on. You come across another predator. You have no idea that this individual is a predator. So, that can happen. But in the case wherein you consciously know that this individual did something to you like years ago without your consent, and this individual whom you're now working for is sending you salacious messages, this individual is calling you, masturbating. At what point does your brain say, self, it is time for you to protect yourself? At what point does your brain say, it's time to get out of here, I'm going to leave this job, so let me go ahead, resign, and I'm going to take legal actions because I'm not going to allow you to abuse me again. Any well-thinking individual with a functioning brain would do something like that. But no, Lauren Pisciotta did not. Anyway, she then asked for $1 million a month salary increase. Ye ran across his accountant. The accountant was like, no, already this girl is being overpaid. Already this girl is taking disadvantage of you. We're not saying that she is not worth the money. I'm just asking, what is she doing here to be asking for that kind of increase? If she was holding every position, we could say maybe, but she's not. So the accountant advised Ye to fire this girl, terminate her service because she has been abusive towards Ye. Someone taking disadvantage of you, that's an abuse. So here she is, abusing a predator. Okay, it's revenge. Why not? But then, after you got fired, you moved 4 doors down. 4 doors. 4 doors down. Not 4 blocks. 4 doors down. So that she could continue working for her predator. Because she loved the projects that she was working on. So she moved 4 doors down to continue working for her predator. And irrespective of that, she keeps going out with her predator. Like, where and when did we lose our consciousness to the point where we're going to believe that these things do happen? It is true. She wanted to work so badly. You're telling me that after everything that you've been through, after this man has sexually harassed you at work, after this man had harassed you in the past, after he kept calling you, sending you salacious messages, you're going to move 4 doors down from where he lives? That's ridiculous. That's clownery. That literally does not make sense. And anyone with decent analytical skills they will realize that doesn't make any sense. No one follows their predator around that much unless they have some plans to rob this individual or to seek revenge by taking them out. And she had neither, because after all of that, and after Ye said, you know what, I'm going to cut this off completely, you were still calling, you were still messaging, you were still tagging him all around town. So the point is, if anyone has been really actually looking to the details and see how it connects, they would realize that it really does not connect. And some people tend to believe that because his wife dresses in a salacious manner. That's just a very damaging rhetoric. That's a damaging statement for anyone to make. Anyone with a conscious thinking, anyone who is completely conscious would automatically say to themselves, that doesn't make any sense, because the manner in which a woman dresses does not denote her husband's behavior towards other women. Because if that's the case, you would say, okay, so if Bianca dresses in a provocative manner and her husband is out here abusing women, that would mean when Courtney dressed exactly like Bianca, same color, same outfit, everything, that means that Travis Barker is also an abuser. Okay. And that means when Emily Ratajkowski wore that extremely revealing outfit, her partner is also a abuser. We've seen Doja Cat's outfit copying Bianca back to back. So that means that Doja Cat's fiance is also an abuser. So I believe that it's very arrogant and extremely dangerous of individuals to be spreading the rhetoric of, if you look at his wife dress code, you can tell he's guilty. So we should all know, go around and point out women who dresses in a salacious manner, and we should say, oh, she's dressing revealing. Go ahead and lock up her fiance, her boyfriend, or her husband, because look at how she's dressing. This means her husband or her boyfriend or fiance is out here assaulting women. So go ahead, lock him up. That's nonsense. That's complete nonsense. That's false, dangerous behavior for any individual to be sharing across the internet. A dress code doesn't denote guilt, but evidence does. But because these people know that, you people think into things at a glance, like you really don't think about it. You think about it on the surface, but not from an analytical standpoint. They know that majority of the people hates this man, whether it's because of his money, whether because of his wealth, his status, his ego, just being him, just Ye being Ye. Many people hate him for that. And because Ye has always been vocal and unapologetically vocal about the things that has been going on in the industry. And we know who controls what. We know who controls the industry. We know the connection. We know the affiliation. So it is the very same people, the very same group of people that consistently attacks this man. But it's going to take a while for many people to figure it out. It's going to take a while for people to realize this thing is not about Kim and her mom. It goes a lot deeper and a lot darker. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. See you guys next time.